Well, see, when I was 14, that was the first.
Yeah.
That was 1971, and I was looking at sport car magazines, right? You know, you're gonna get a license, and I'm just dreaming about sports cars, and I remember seeing a picture of a Porsche Targa. It says, one day I'm gonna.
It's like the Ford.
But it took 50 years to get there, but it found me.
Jolene did good. I was gonna say, everybody's more than welcome to come in and take a look.
Yeah.
All I ask is do not touch, because some of the stuff is just like the signs up there are just free falling, and if you touch them and grab them and they'll fall over. But just don't touch anything, and we'll all be happy. Nothing will fall and everything great. Come on in and take a look.
My name is Mike, not Avery. Won't touch nothing. Scouts on.
Well, I didn't kind of go over that with them, and it was
Avery's
okay.
a bull in a china shop.
Everything went okay. Me and Jolene's relationship started over this.
The Bugatti.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I mean, look at Jolene, then you look at me.
Yeah.
I have to do something.
Yeah, you got to do something special,
I got to
right?
do something special.
Yeah.
So I figured, if I can build you a Bugatti, maybe I'll be worth it, right? So the longer it takes, you know, basically this is the car that I built her.
Yeah. There's madness to your method here, Chad.
Yes, a little.
By the time you've been together 30, 40 years, you're not getting rid of her. Right. She's not dumping you, then you can finish it.
Well, hey, it sounded okay. It's got a 6-cylinder Jag engine in it.
Okay.
It was made out of a Volvo.
Really?
Yes,
like a P1800 or just a Volvo?
4.4.
5, oh yeah.
So it was made out of that. Like I started the peanut shell with that. So I made all the...
Is it all steel?
It is. In body fill.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. And I just got it kind of sitting there. And now it runs. Everything, all the chassis and stuff is done. It needs to be married. Like it needs shifter cables. It needs gas pedal. It needs all that stuff because it's never been done.
So does the spare tire go under here?
I guess so.
I'm just assuming that's for spare tire.
Yeah. I guess.
Well, it's round. It looks.
And the only thing I knew how to do, I just looked at a picture. She gave me a picture, and then I just started cutting and fitting and that.
Have you ever been to those guys at RM Restorations?
Have not.
We walked there, man. It was like there was cars they couldn't even show us. They were so special. It was pretty wild, man.
That's pretty
If you ever
special.
get a chance, you should call them up because it is mind blowing. Like they do the Concours d'Elegance at Pebble Beach. They won it like basically half of the time, and we walk through there and they're just drawn. Like they do the old Babbitt bearings, they do the wood. They're just like these guys are like so far above me. It just blows my mind.
Well, there's her wood.
Oh, that is cool.
That's her dash and stuff like that.
What kind of
It's a
wood
veneer.
Is it? But still.
Yeah, it's a...
Like a maple or a...
No, I would say something...
It's pretty wild.
What is it?
Anyway, it's
almost
beautiful.
Asian, I would think, by the name of it.
It's beautiful.
50, it's a YouTube thing. Cut
50,
the roof.
was that a full retractable at one time?
No, I cut the roof off and shortened the roof.
Ah, okay.
So I took the roof and made a 2-door out of it instead of or 2-seater out of it instead of 4-seater.
Okay, so
and
like a big bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a baby bird.
So this was, so it was a big bird and I made it into a baby bird. I wanted a 2-seater.
Yeah.
So I put a porthole in it. We got a 351 Windsor in it, making it a 5-speed. And I got it for $2,000.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're at this point, and we got rid of a few things on it, so we're basically at 0 on it.
Oh, right.
And it's a pretty good car. Like it's.
Are those hubcaps off?
No, I just bought them on a flea market. I like the look of them.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. I don't know what they're off of, but they're pretty cool.
Dodge of some sort.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
So you're running. So those are 14-inch. So
I picked that stuff up because I like it.
Yeah.
I like to look at it. Same as the toys.
Yeah.
Same as just anything. I like toys.
I've got one of those, Buddy L.
Yeah.
Mine's a 29. I paid $900 for it because I wanted it so bad. And you know who I was bidding against? The guy that owned it. Auctions. That's when I could. I got one. That is cool.
Yeah.
The Michelin Man. I got the little one.
Yeah.
That used to be on the service trucks. It sits up there.
I think he's out front.
Oh yeah.
I think he's out front.
Yeah.
But this stuff is just kind of stuff to look at.
Yeah, but it's all cool. Like look at that.
Yeah.
Man. That almost looks like the truck you're building.
I inspire from all of it. Yeah. I inspire from all of it. This is the one I built.
Hemi.
I put a Hemi in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See me, my shop is so full of junk. I just don't have time to collect.
Well,
knickknacks.
If you can get it out and display it so you can look at it, it's real fun.
Well, just if you ever seen like my shop, you can't see 3 square feet of floor space. It's just sometimes we got 3-4 cars going.
Well, you're going to have to tell the boys pick up their shit when they're done.
Yeah, well they don't. Blair's good at building stuff, but cleaning is not his forte.
Also, the problem is that most of the stuff is.
Yeah, I understand. This was a 4-door car. It was in a magazine. I had a magazine. It was in Canadian Clat, whatever, Hot Rod magazine. And I had it for a couple of months, and I smashed it up. I T-boned the car with it. Had my daughter bring it home from school, and I smashed it up, and then I set it aside for a couple of years. Took the money, went on a couple of trips, went down to see Gene Winfield, went down to work for him for a little bit.
Yeah.
And
he just died, didn't he? Or is he still alive? No.
He's having it's an issue of what's going on, but
yeah, I've heard something about it. But what's like they're trying to?
It's a difficult situation.
It's a difficult situation, and I want.
Okay. Okay.
There you go. It is what it is. Yeah. He inspired me to do something. But it was a '39 4-door Plymouth. That's what it was. Basically, that's what it was.
Cool.
Yeah, I had fun with it. It's got a 302 in it. It spins. Yeah, I had fun with it.
I like these. Yeah. Must be pretty loud.
It is nice.
Driving with the window down.
Sounds nice. Sounds nice. Yeah. I didn't put no exhaust in it. It sounds really nice. This is a YouTube car.
Yeah, this is the one you just painted a while ago, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I scroll through for just a bit when I get up in the morning before I got to walk the dog. And
I see your guys' stuff on Facebook too. I have to scroll. We got this carpet and stuff going in right now. He's got the. Yeah, Jolene might be right. Them might be a bit gaudy. The red underneath the.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of just a car.
Well, it's trial and error. Yeah. I mean, we did.
It's a custom.
Yeah, we did a 48 Diamond T for a client that's going to air on the episode. Coolest thing we ever built. But Blair had to. Basically, they mounted it on a 2006 Dodge chassis. Yeah. So those Diamond T's are narrow. So basically, there's like 20, 30 feet of welding on every fender to make it fit. Yeah. He had to make them, and then we look at them. Oh, that don't look good. Then he cut them all apart, and you know what I mean? Like so you can't always get it right the first time.
So that's a YouTube build. We built on YouTube. We painted on YouTube. We kind of did whatever. Bikes are because I had some money. And I like collecting things, and I get into collecting. I don't drive them. No, I don't sit on them. I don't ride them. But I'm thinking that if I buy it reasonable, I might get more money back.
Well, the thing is,
does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I don't shoot, but I buy guns because I like them.
Well, there you go.
Because they're a tool. They're a special tool, and they're kind of like insurance. You never want to use it, but when you need it, you just might want to have one.
Yes, I might need to go for a ride someday.
That's right. Oh yeah, but these are what? Like that's a Norton. The Triumph. What's that one? What's the Z one?
Jawa.
That's check.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
And the scooter, obviously. Yeah.
That one's cool. Is that yours or Jolene's? It looks like something.
It's all Jolene. She can do whatever she wants with it. You know?
I know. At least 51%, right?
This is a TV car. We give this away during TV. This is one of the cars that we're giving at Rockabilly. We built it. The only thing we used was this part. This is all we had.
Okay, yeah, the cowl. This is like 31.
Right.
Yep.
So everything else we made. The box, the top, the roof,
Blair,
the side.
Blair should be here.
Yeah.
Blair loves like, I mean, I got to bend it. No, we're not making one. Let's go in the yard and take one off. No, I want to make one.
There you go. Yeah, so it's a flat head, and it ran and drove, and someone won it. We paid the money and bought it from the people that won it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because it was given away, and they did buy it, or win it, and we bought it back. This was a YouTube car. This was a 38 4-door. And I made it into a truck.
A truck. I think I saw a couple of videos.
Yeah, so you can take a look at it if you like. I'll get by you if you want to go by and take a look at it.
Yeah,
dancing with you.
That's okay, man.
Yeah, but that was a 4-door car.
That's cool too.
I didn't do nothing to the hood. All I did was the box, the running boards.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did all that stuff. Yeah, in the back and this part. But
so you MIG?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Fastest weld in the world.
Yeah, well, have you ever seen that laser?
I did.
Somebody I haven't seen it done yet. We saw the laser demo cleaning the rust. I mean, it's amazing, but it's way too slow.
That's my book of knowledge.
What is that? Just old fucking newspaper clippings?
No, that's Winnipeg. Everything that happened in Winnipeg in 1932.
Oh, okay. Well, you were from Winnipeg?
No, it was a big book, and I liked it.
Okay, they sort of just collected.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of a big book.
Actually, my brother just found a bunch of stuff from my grandmother. Had all the clippings from the end of World War II, and we just found a big book of wars over and the boys.
It's kind of cool to look through, man. I'll tell you.
Well, it makes you like history is what we're all about, right?
This was a 2-ton truck.
Really?
Yeah, it was a 2-ton
Chevy.
truck. Ford. 32 Ford. 32 Ford.
Wow.
From here to there is the truck. The frame's a truck.
And the rest is...
The doors are 39. What's his name there? Give them to me, the 39 Plymouth doors. I just made tops and cut them off at the bottom. Even the molding's not right, but it looks like it. And 30 quarter panels. and then I made the roof out of round stock.
It looks pretty rough.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you drive this one, or is it just another?
It basically needs Nathan.
Okay.
Square stock.
Oh,
trunk
look, man,
lid.
you got a trumpet. Oh, no, it doesn't.
You know.
Does it work? Honk if you're horny.
Yeah, something
That's
like
cool.
that. Honk if you're horny.
That's good.
This is a TV car that we did. So we had 2 weeks, like we had about a month to build each car. And this one, like we went over on one. We obviously, you get left on each one. So this is like a 2 week thing. It's got a V12 Pierce Arrow. The engine was so heavy, the engine wouldn't pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to slide the chassis underneath.
Under it.
This is a hood, and that's a hood. It's flipped on their sides.
Low, like hood's off what?
Pontiac, see the front here? This is the hood.
Okay, yep.
See the hood, like turn this way.
How did you guys rust it like this, or
No,
was it that
rusty? Basically, it was that rusty.
Yeah.
All this stuff is barrels on the side, and the top is barrels. All this
And
stuff
this is like off like a takeoff.
Yeah,
from
we
World War
got
II
it
bomber.
painted on there.
Yeah.
And just kind of we made it like.
This would be scary to drive. Did you ever drive?
I smashed it into the wall during TV. They didn't show it, but
No, they didn't. What? They didn't.
so it's kind of like it's a race car.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can have to go on that side and pick it up maybe.
I'm reaching, but I'm not getting there. Up.
Goes flips up.
There we go.
Yeah. So
Feel
there's
like a cough and sit.
So it's a Pierce, it's V12.
Yeah.
It's got 2 carburetors, 2 distributors. They come out of a fire truck or a boat. Like it's massive.
Yeah.
Like it's massive. And everything, all the steering's done with chain, and
Do you guys have a louver machine in it?
we do.
Okay, I just wanted to
It's not a machine, it's a jack.
Oh, it's just like a hydraulic
Yeah,
jack, you know?
I jacked most of them, and now we're just coming to, we got a handle now, we're just pulling them.
Oh, yeah. Just,
Yeah. Bikes, just because I like bikes.
oh, I like the sidecar. Avery must have oohed and awed over that.
I'm not sure.
No?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if you did not or not, but it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
We bought that during we were doing TV. We had a little bit of money, and
boat
we
motors
stayed
too.
there.
Avery loves that stuff. Avery's a freak for.
And
Avery's a freak anyway.
And the only reason I bought them because I think they're worth what I paid for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you got to invest in something because your dollar's depreciating every day.
We paid $3,700 for
Oh,
this,
Jesus. Yeah.
and I think it's worth twice every bit.
Oh, yeah. Guaranteed, man.
Yeah. And it was like during TV, so it wasn't that long ago.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the name of the game, isn't it? Right? Making the right decision.
Well, you got to invest in something. I mean, otherwise, what? You can't take. There's no trailer behind the hearse. That's what my buddies keep saying. That's why I said when I woke up with 600, it says, that's insane. Like, what are you going to do? Right? Because Connor loves old cars, but he's got his 800 horsepower muscle car.
How many does he need, right?
That's right. Well, he just needs one. Me, I had 600, and then time to cull the herd a bit, right?
This is an old car that I started doing for a customer. He decided that he would trade it to me for some more work.
Oh, yeah.
And then I decided to do more work to it. Never finished it. The car is called Elvis, and it's all painted. It's all painted underneath and that stuff. I chopped it.
58 Lincoln?
6.
57. Okay, I was just looking
It's a Mercury. 56
Okay, Merc. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a Ford product.
Yeah,
So
I
I had one of
understand.
them 57 Lincoln Premier 2-door hard
Right.
tops. Basically the same kind of style of front end.
Gotcha. That sign is everything. All the signs are freestanding, so be careful.
Yeah,
This
don't
was
touch 'em.
this was a motorhome. So this is one Avery knocked on.
Oh, this is the one he was beating on.
See, you feel that?
Oh,
Feel
yeah.
this right here?
Okay, but this isn't.
Yeah,
here.
this is 18 gauge.
Yeah,
This is
it's
plate.
okay.
So he knew. So he was thinking 18 plate, right?
Yeah,
Or
okay.
8 or
Yeah, but it's just around here to
Yeah.
reinforce it. Okay.
windows. I want the windows like this. But this
This
is
is like an old motorhome or a bus
1934. They made a Doodlebug.
doodlebug.
And they sell them at the Texaco station. They made a model of them.
Okay, and so this.
So I took it from that.
Yeah.
And I put a fin in the middle of it. So I'm going to make it haul Jolene's Bugatti.
Ah, okay.
So-
So kind of looks like the Henry Meyer Wiener mobile.
Yes, instead of
Well, you know what I mean.
the wiener, I put a fin.
Yeah.
So the door comes down, and you walk up the steps, and you get into the front,
okay.
and that flips up in the middle, and then there's an LS in the doghouse.
Oh, okay.
Right here in the back, there's an LS in
Well,
there.
you wouldn't want to run into it. Well, mind you.
You'd be the first one in the accident.
Yeah, you'd be the first one shooting through the window. Yes.
And it's got, I'll show the doors on the side for that.
Yeah.
And basically, me and Doug built it from nothing. We just cut a frame and
1-ton chassis.
Yeah, probably you're better.
Well, I'm just looking at the
It was a motorhome.
Yep. So,
And I cut the motorhome off top and cut the chassis in half, and then we made this. I think me and Doug spent 2 months making this.
I'm thinking the steel supplier really loves you. Hey,
I tried to get a good deal on it.
Yeah, well, hey, there's no good deals on nothing anymore.
Not really.
Well, I mean, since COVID, I don't know what about the East Coast, but out back on the West Coast, everything's doubled.
Yeah.
Like mud's doubled, paint's doubled, clear's doubled, everything. It's just
the
sandpaper. Yeah. Like the reason we can do our body work so quick, Blair sands the mud when it's wet. Right? So there's no waiting until the next day and knocking it down with the 40 grit, but when it's $100 for 40 feet and he's going through it like ass wipe, right? And, well, you know what I mean?
I do.
But still, time is money.
Right. Collector car, just bought it because I thought it was worth what I paid for it. These are TV cars. So that was a 2-door sedan.
Yep.
That was a 4-door car.
Yep.
The red one was an Austin A100. The race car, the bubble top, was a station wagon.
That's the one I saw you. You were trying to vacuum form
We blew it, but
yeah.
The Noggins truck was a 4-door car. The yellow car was a Pinto, and the next car was a '60 Chrysler.
Oh yeah.
And then it's a Cadillac and whatever. But you can take from there.
Yeah.
And basically, we try to do one a month.
Yeah. Well, that's what we had to do. 10 cars.
Yeah.
In 10 months.
So,
but I mean, when you're doing frame off restoration, I mean, everything takes time. I don't care what you're doing, this or, but I mean, it just, and the thing is, we had to make a deadline.
Right.
Well, well, you know how that is, a deadline.
Right.
And then they'd say, well, we're going to build a roundy round car. We're going to build a demo car, but don't start it till there's only 5 days left. You're working 20 hours, and the first one we built.
I've heard that before.
No motor in the oil. We unloaded off the thing and seized the motor tight when we go to the demo derby because we were staggering around with no sleep.
You was pissed.
Yeah.
Not we.
Well, Avery. It was Avery's fault.
Well, you can put it on Avery.
That's right. He's got big shoulders.
So basically,
Tell about the first car that you and we decided to do.
Was that stupid 66 Lincoln Continental.
Yeah, that's a lot of
The
work.
most complicated. Well, we knew we were in deep caca when we're watching a Jay Leno show, and his guys couldn't fix one.
Yeah.
He had to call in the one guy on the planet that can fix 66 Lincoln retractables.
Yeah.
One guy, he spent 6 months in Palm Springs, 6 months in Florida every year, and all he does is Lincoln Continental convertibles and retractables. We phoned him, he says, I tell you what, boy, you will never get that car working. You will put that car in a container and I will charge you $200 an hour American to fix that car. So we dicked with it for about 3 weeks on my nickel, told the guy to roll the windows down and don't call me again. We got the windows up and we said, leave it alone because we spent 3 weeks and there's 29 relays.
I wouldn't want to call them either.
And everything is sequential, like 29 relays, and you open the door, the windows drop 2 inches, and then this thing switches, and that thing. We had electricians, we had guys from BC Tel that did all the wiring on the boxes. We lost our minds, and about 40 grand on the bill. Funny, he said, you paid me 20 grand, this is what you get.
Nice.
Plus he told us the car's been painted once. We scraped that much paint off the whole thing with razor blades. Anyway, don't trust accountants. Edit that part out, please.
Yes, let's not show that. But also, so we chose the car. Okay, we're going to do this one first. That was in a wheelchair. It's a good story.
Feel good story, right?
First one. Now we're going to do this with wheelchair, someone in a wheelchair again. Anyways, but also, when we chose the car, it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, Jay Leno's episode came out. And like, this is the most difficult car
you'll ever.
I'm looking at Mike, I'm like, what the fuck have we done?
Hey, watch your swear jar. Swear jar. Yeah, $2. No, this is really cool.
Well, anyways, it's basically.
So, I mean, did you sell any of your cars? Or
No.
You're just a keeper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, I mean, me, it's just, I don't want to put up a shop like this to store them.
Well, there's nobody, like, I mean, in all honesty, for the money that and the time that's put in it, none of them are actually willing to sell. Like, it's not finished completely.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
face it, it ran and drove and did all this stuff.
Yeah, that's right. TV car.
And for someone to buy that and to tear it apart
And
to,
redo it,
and tear me down because something didn't it's not exactly what they should be.
No.
It's worth it to me to keep it and let someone enjoy it that really wants it to look,
like I said,
they all run and drive.
You can be having a friggin' museum here and charging people $10 to come and look at your stuff.
Well, like we're working towards, I guess, maybe something like that.
The Chad and Jolene automobiles. The Auto Museum of Unfinished Cars. Hey, I feel your pain, man. They're never show cars. And we talked to people that worked on like Chip Foos's overhauling.
I told you I'm his cousin, didn't I?
No, well, anyway.
Chip Tooth.
But anyway, none of those cars were ever done. And they had guys working 24/7 behind the scenes, right, just to finish them. It's just the way it is.
You know what I asked Jolene? I said, honey, do I have to finish any of them cars? She said, no. You don't have to finish nothing. Yeah. And I said, I'm okay with that. I don't have to finish nothing. All I have to do is enjoy myself while I'm here and keep busy.
Well, that's like me. That's why I ended up with 600 cars, because I'm so ADD.
Yeah.
I can't stay focused for 6 seconds. That's why I get mad for 6 and then I forget about it. But
I'm the old school. I'm just bad.
Yeah.
I got no AD. I'm just bad.
Well, I just AD, and just like I said, that's why I ended up with 600 and none built.
So basically, they're TV cars. We did the best we could in the amount of time we had.
Yeah, which is never enough.
I'm happy. Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
Bikes are just monetary.
Did you make any money doing it, or did it just basically cover the costs?
We made money doing TV.
Yeah,
made probably the best money that I've made in. I've made the best money I made in TV, but it still was not what Jolene's introduced me to.
No, see me.
It's not nowhere near.
My construction company.
Yeah.
I went back to work for 1 year.
Yeah.
And I made more than the show would pay me in 10.
Yeah.
Because I had to build client cars.
Yeah.
And what did I know about building cars? Just because I collect cars doesn't mean I know how to build them. My guys tell me it's going to cost 20 grand to build that car. Well, to climb 20 grand on TV in front of 1 million people, I can't go charging them 60 if that's what it costs.
Yeah.
I was like bending over every car for the first 3 years until the light went on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So basically, these are the TV cars. We've kept them. I don't feel anybody's going to look after them better than we are.
No, like I said, and
here they are.
Memories, right? Like you said, if you made the best money you ever, but you were on American TV.
Well, like you have to understand. No, you don't have to understand. You basically don't know. I was a young man with a dream down there in a little tiny house, in that little tiny shop.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Building cars, working hard as I could, charging $30 an hour.
Holy.
Jolene looks at me. She goes, "Does anybody take you serious? For $30 an hour, like doing cars?" Yeah, I got all kinds of work, man.
Well, that's why, because you're too cheap.
Yeah. So, anyways, it became that. When we hit TV, like it was the first time that I was ever on the books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I'm on the books.
I just want to see green.
I was just making a living, right? I mean, there was no getting rich. I mean, I was just making a living there restoring cars. But when the TV came, I made the most money I've ever made, and like I've never had anything. Yeah. That's where I started building stuff like this. I didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
So I'd grab a bunch of parts and weld them together and make something, right? Who the hell would build a green Goblin if they had a Chevelle?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who would build that car? If I had a Mustang, I would never even attempted that.
Who knew that was gonna build a Pinto?
Yeah, exactly. Right? Worst car ever. Well, it was just
in a tail end.
It was just so rusty. Like everything had to be done on it.
But that's super cool, man. Like you got to build them and then you get to keep them.
Yes, that was the great thing.
See, because I didn't have that option because the network wanted the cum shot. You got to build the reveal and the tears rolling down their faces, and it was a nightmare. And it was all your fault. It wasn't. Not for him. He's making millions every year. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was like a dairy cow. He just kept milking me. There was dry skim milk powder coming, and he's still there squeezing.
As long as he didn't pull too hard.
Until you're 90.
Until I'm 90. That's his mantra. Until you're 90.
I would drive this car around during the summer.
The intake's probably worth more than the car. Right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty rare intake.
Yeah. So I had a 60 Chrysler. I cut it all up. Yeah. People were ugly.
That's not factory to the car.
No.
That's off like a 440 and
I bought that
race car.
Yeah. It could have been with this car, but it was not.
No. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I know some Mopar guys that it's like your throat for that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I would say this is Jolene's collector car.
Yep.
G.I. Joe took Barbie away from Ken with that car.
Oh, right. Well, this Cadillac looks
This was cut in half, 2 feet.
It was a 4-door?
No, it was 2-door. But I wanted to make it like, it's hard to get in there because I got
Yeah, this is pretty.
My favorites.
So what happened is the car was a 2-door, but I wanted to make the Thunderbird. Thunderbird got that small here. And so whatever's here was the quarter panel. So cut this piece off the quarter panel and just cut the car in half. This is all exhaust pipe welded around here.
Oh yeah, just nice smooth radius, so you didn't have to bend
exhaust pipe going across the top of the dash. The front window is the back window.
Yeah.
because we want that lean back.
Yep.
So we actually got a Roadster Cadillac that never been made. And you
don't have to dick with the window mechanism.
No. And that Seaman, they kept asking me, what did it cost you to get that done? I said $50. That's bad shed flexible chrome, man. They thought I had that machine there, you know what I mean? Like, but it's a
very cool.
It's another build 50, that we did.
Yeah, Cadillac, the 59 Caddy tail lights.
Going through here. This one here.
Cadillac by Hiltz Auto.
Yeah, that was a bubble top car, and the only reason I started driving it when I first built it, and when I drove out the door, I had the rack and pinion on wrong. When you take a rack that's in behind the front suspension, you put it on the front, steers backwards.
Oh my God!
So I was.
Did they get that on camera?
Well, no, they didn't get that on camera. This is before camera.
Oh, okay.
So I got it running and wanted to take it to Moncton Nationals, and I almost run into the door of the garage, and I was thinking, what's wrong, man? What's going wrong? And I kept going towards the door.
Because it was like this.
It was rolling. Yeah, it was turning backwards. So when I drove into Moncton Nationals, it was steering backwards.
And you drove it that way?
I drove it into Moncton Nationals. Oh my God! And they kept wondering why I didn't take it through the safety lanes.
Oh yeah.
I said, you can't fix me, right?
Okay, yeah, that's right.
But anyways, that's
a good story.
I fixed it, and Jolene was the first one to really drive around the streets. This is the Green Goblin. This is a 62 Chrysler from taillights to headlights. Same length, didn't stretch it.
Yeah.
I put a front wheel drive Cadillac engine in the back.
500 cube.
Yeah, lock the steering.
Yep.
And build a chassis off the front of it.
Yep.
And put the steering in the front. I did not have a Camaro, or else I would have worked on it.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm trying to tell you. You know. So it's got air ride in it.
Yep.
The door opens up from the front.
That's so weird that it drives me.
Yeah. So it opens from the front.
Yep.
And then you get in that way, and then you might have to go around that way to come out, but
okay, I'm not sure. That's pretty wild.
Then jammed in. Hello, everybody.
I just feel anger and resentment towards you. That's cool. Anyway,
it is what it is. So basically, you get in there.
Yeah.
And it's just like driving a what?
Is it open?
Yeah.
Well, here you show it.
It opens down here.
Okay. You
can't. Just opens up like that because the bike's there, but yeah.
Oh, and then you just walk through.
You know where you're at in Yarmouth. I drove this to Yarmouth.
Okay.
On the highway, blasting. Me and Jolene. It's got all kinds. It rides like a dream.
So
it's like driving a video game.
When you build something like this, it doesn't have to go through a safety.
No, you go through mechanical fitness for antique.
Oh, okay. So there is somebody make sure that
someone will come and you look at it, and as long as you got new brake lines, new tires, new front
turn
end,
signals work,
new front end, your lights are working. If it hasn't got a windshield wiper, they look past on that.
Okay,
you know what I mean? I'm not driving it every day. Yeah. So it basically, if you get a good mechanic that can understand that what's going on, your lights all work, you got all brand new tires, all brand new brakes, all brand new brake lines. Let's face it, there's all painted underneath. Why would I put rusty lines on?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, so most of the stuff that I drive in the street, I'm hoping that it's safe because I don't want to get hurt.
No, well, like I said, I mean, that's why I don't see. I mean, I have a metallic hallucination. I see a POS that's been out in my yard for 30 years, and that's not what I see. I see this. So, and then it just, if I spend enough time and money and I got the right guys, I can make that hallucination come true.
It's a hallucination, is it?
Yeah, well, now it's not. Now it's reality.
Yeah.
But when you looked at what we started with, people would say, why would you even bother? Especially Blair, the body guy, when we had two almost done, but they were big block cars. And I'm not driving a big block across Canada again. I did it once.
Gotcha.
This spring, and it's just...
I thought that was pretty cool.
It was cool, but I mean, when you go down the States on the interstate and you're doing 90 miles an hour, 10 hours a day, it's not that relaxing.
No.
Right? So we didn't even put a posi in this car. 336 gears. You got the overdrive, you're running 224s. 2,200 RPM, you're doing 125 kilometers an hour.
Perfect.
And you're getting 18 to 20 miles per gallon, and this car's built to cruise.
Yeah.
I didn't build it to spin the tires or impress anybody or drag race. I built it to get the old guy that looks in the mirror at me every morning
happy
across the country and back.
Happy.
Yes, happy.
We'll go in here and we'll check out a couple things in here.
Yeah. And it's a happy color even.
It is a happy color.
It's happy. It makes people smile, Chad. So
it's very well done.
It's all about entertaining people, right? That's what we do. We're in the entertainment business.
Well, I guess.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
both. I mean,
a little
we
bit
are now. I mean,
yes.
what's YouTube?
Yep. Entertainment. Right? Yes. So this is a 36 Hudson that we pulled out of a building.
Did you watch us blow up the 52? 42 pounds of tannerite.
No.
Anyway,
you blew up a car?
Oh yeah.
It was a chopped
36
Hudson.
Sick grill, man.
So, or not chopped. It was a 36 Hudson.
Yeah.
I chopped it.
I helped you chop.
Yes, he did so.
Yeah.
We chopped it.
So you guys run a chop shop here? Is that what you're talking?
I just chop everything. So if you can tell, like I didn't get rid of the patina. I was able to chop it without ruining anything.
Yep.
And then we put a small block.
So where's it cut?
I'll show you. It's cut. I made new posts there.
Okay. So these are just, you have a blue that matches this one pretty good.
Yeah, it'd be what I mixed up. Probably cut there, cut across here, cut across here, and then it's cut here, here, that. And then I laid it down.
Yep.
It's cut 4 inches. And I body filled and painted it one day. So that's weld marks.
Yep.
So I butt welded it all.
Yep.
And so it comes down here. And I made it look like, just paint.
Cool.
I put body fill and paint it one day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that grill is just sick.
So this is like a month on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we got the small block at Nathan's done and all the mechanical. This is the latest.
Triple deuces, man.
Is cut the radiator and put a radiator inside the radiator.
So you get the old brass shell.
Well, so I get the hookup. This holds the front end on. Got the mount down on the thing. You know, I throw that at a radiator. I had to figure all that stuff out.
Yeah.
So I just cut it out and put a radiator inside of a radiator.
This grill is beautiful. That's
kind of an odd thing.
That'd be wall art if I had one to be hanging on my wall. Just so the way you keep running cars into buildings, I'd be hanging that.
So basically, we like to keep them low. So we I don't know. We relate with people.
Yeah.
It's probably a $10,000 car because we used the motor that was given to us.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I collected, some of the stuff we bought, but we got it looking good. And it's about a month on YouTube. This is another month.
Yeah.
This is another $10,000 build. Like it's basically got $10,000 worth of money into it.
Because see, we tried
to build a hot rod.
We tried at the start, said we want to build cars people can
Relate
afford.
Yeah.
But you can't do it. You can't not when everything's doubled. I mean, these guys, we're nowhere near like in most of the shops we go and visit. The average bill's $200,000-300,000 grand.
Yeah.
Like who can afford that? Who can afford even 50?
Right.
I mean, if you'd have built that car by yourself, you could have done it for probably 40 grand.
And
that's all parts.
Like your car right there.
Yeah, that's 40,000 just in parts, material, and no labor.
I get that.
If you're paying somebody 80, 100.
So this is what I do. If it costs you 40 for parts and all that stuff, it's going to cost you 40 for labor.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah, it is or more.
That's what people say. What's that car worth? They say 80 to 100 grand. But I don't want to sell it because the memories are attaching to it, right?
Right.
And once there's too many memories, you can't get rid of them.
I work for a lot of people that probably spent, I don't say a bunch of money, but they spent a fair dollar here. They weren't so happy when the end. They were happy when I started.
But
they weren't very happy after when I was done. Well, and it really discouraged me because money is the issue.
Yes.
Why they're not happy.
That's right.
And I cannot change the money situation.
You can't. Like it takes, the thing is, I tell people, do not tear the car apart. Unless you got $100,000. If it needs a motor, rebuild the motor.
Yeah.
Upgrade the brakes. Maybe put a floor pan in it. But the minute you tear that thing apart,
you're in for it.
You're done because it's over. Because the odds are you will never put it back together.
That's Jolene's favorite saying. What? Do not tear that car apart. Don't tear that car apart.
I bet you we've turned down last year $2 million worth of work. So I'm not doing it because I can't tell you what it's going to cost. And if you want to spend 150 grand on a $30,000 car, I still don't want to do it because you're not going to be happy. So, what?
Because also, there's going to be a point with the client where you're going to be like, okay, it's $4 grand. They're going to be potentially like, oh, I don't have the money this week. Then you have to tarp it or put it aside. And Mike doesn't want to have that.
No, I don't want to have it because to make money restoring cars, you got to be ruthless. An hour is an hour. Yeah. There's no giving the guy a break or, I'll work for 3 weeks for free because you don't have the money to build your dream. And that's what got me for the first 3 years because I was still running my construction company. I'm making shitloads of money, just not building cars. So it didn't matter. But if I'd have been me building cars, I would have quit after the first episode. Take your contract, shove it up your bunghole, because I'm not doing it.
You're not winning.
No, I'm not.
I'm not winning.
3 years I lost, and then finally, okay, if I'm going to do it, I'll do my cars.
Yeah.
And at least I don't care, right? But anyway, so like the learning curve was like that, Chad. Like,
I think I did the exact same thing. Yeah, exact same thing.
Right? Because you want to be happy doing what you're doing, or what's the point?
Yeah.
Right?
I even have a clause, and I'm stuck with that on, where in season 2...
We play everything.
Okay.
Okay, shut that off, Jolene.
I had say in billing, because Mike didn't want to bill the people.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you got to bill them, Mike. I'll take care of the billing. Even in the contract, because I respect Mike, and you know, but like, I tried to put it in, but you can't argue with Mike. So
No, it was my money I was spending.
People don't argue with you?
Well, they do all the time. I tell them, shut up, do your job. I'm not signing your checks. When they sign my checks, I listen to them. So I gotta listen to them, but not very often.